Um, just going over real quick on Taz. Uh, you had sent a message this morning asking kind of how he was doing. Last week or so, a few days ago, I took a video of the first time that I pulled him out and kind of his reaction to things. How I call these horses thin-skinned, right? Because you make them move, they want to jump out of their skin. Um, some of them you can just touch them and they stand there and they tremble like that. I call that a thin-skinned horse. He was kind of thin. He's kind of thin. He kind of fits into that bill of being a thin-skinned horse. But again, with these racehorses, I take everything into account. I take a lot of his past into account. I take a lot of those kind of things. No, I wasn't there when he was trained. I wasn't there when they were doing the things whatever got done to this guy. But if you look at one and you examine them, as you're messing with them, you can kind of tell the things that went on in this horse's history and that kind of stuff like that. So, scratching all that, you can look at the first videos, and then here's where my changes are that I've been looking for, that I'm starting to look for on this horse. Before I even get going, at the end when I'm done just doing the little things that I'm doing just to get this horse to know that he's safe with me and that I'm not going to put him in any bad positions. I'm not going to scare him. I'm not going to pound on him when he's already doing things for me the right way. I'm not going to continue to push. I'm letting him find out there's a release. There's a place where if he behaves himself and he stays quiet and follows my instructions, that he can become this guy, right? You'll see in my first video where I'm asking him to drop his nose, his jaw gets all tense. You can just read tension everywhere on this guy. Even right here, he's looking a little bit tense. Now, I'm not even asking him for anything. I'm just hanging out with him. But before I step in the middle of these guys, I want them to understand what I'm looking for. Because if not, the rest of it is just bullshit work. I can run him into the ground, call that flood training. I can wear one's ass out, put a saddle on him when his nose is down here, because now he's got no more energy to do a damn thing, and then I put a saddle on him and ride him. But I haven't done anybody any good. Haven't taught him nothing, haven't got the owners any kind of a new horse going on, any kind of new behaviors going, nothing. It's just you wore his ass out, and now he's doing it. So, good boy, buddy. But just this demeanor right here is different than it was already a week ago. So, this is what I'm waiting for. I don't run them into the ground. I don't do none of that. I'm waiting for the horse to start to understand this guy's not a bad guy. He's an all right guy. He's not going to do things to me. He's got a new way of doing things and all that kind of deal. So before I continue, let's just move him around a second.
I'm going to stop and restart.
All right, move him around a minute. Want to make sure I'm keeping at the same time that I'm asking him to do things and I'm being nice to him. I am still holding my ground on everything. You're not going to see me give him leeway. You're not going to see me let him push me around with his shoulders. You're not going to you're not going to see me let him turn his hip in on me and try to kick at me or do none of that bullshit. I will hold my ground here, but at the same time, I'm going to be nice and soft and easy with him at the same damn time as fair. I love that. That's kind of the same look I had the first time I brought him out. Big boy. Right, he dropped his nose pretty nice and soft. Good boy. I'm not seeing a whole ton of worry and weight. Good boy. Now I'm going to chuck my rope at him like what I did on that first video. Let's see if we got little changes going on.
Oh my gosh.
That's gorgeous.
Right.
Good boy. And what I'm looking at right here is that this guy now sees that when his nose is down there and I throw pressure at him, that he doesn't need to react to it. He can stay quiet. He can stay calm. It's not that big of a deal. Now, when I start to move him, I'm going to chuck the rope at him again. And let's see what he does when he's in motion, because it's going to change things a little bit, because now the horse has got some energy going. I'm going to toss more energy at him and see how he handles that. How's that going to relate to when we're on his back? When we're on his back, we're riding down the river, everything's going great, and all of a sudden the freaking wind picks up and blows a plastic bag at him. Again, that's in the first video. Blows a plastic bag at him. His reaction is going to be different than what we've got going right here. Because now we got energy going. So let's put a little energy to this. Where I'm going is he's doing pretty good. Nice. And my reaction that I'm hunting for is that when I throw this rope at him, easy. Good boy. That is my reaction I'm hunting for right there. that when I throw more pressure at him, that he stops. And he says, oh shit, what's going on? Am I okay? Is everything good? And yes, sir, you are fine. That was exactly what I'm looking for, buddy. So there's already a little bit of progress going on, and it's only that much progress. But again, I can move him around in the little round pen there, and he moves around pretty nice. He'll trot each way. I can kind of start really tossing things at him. Good boy. I'm loving how he's standing here just licking, right? He's got a whole different look about him already. Starting to get there. Here's where we go next. I'm just doing a quick video. I don't want to take up, the last one's almost 20 minutes long because I'll get rambling on and I can go on forever about these doggone guys. I put those on his legs there because I'm messing with his brain. I'm trying to have him figure out, because back in the old days, when he was wrapped up, meaning when he was racing or doing whatever, when he got leg bands on, that means he was going to go to work. It was time for him to go run his ass off, have the little fella back there slapping him around and all that other shit. So I'm trying to change that in his mind. I'm trying to change it to saying, when those things are on, it doesn't mean anything different. As long as the person who's handling me is the right person, it doesn't mean shit. Okay, my next thing that I'm gonna look at is this tarp. That's beautiful right here, what I've got. I'm not even gonna mess with that today. I'm not gonna turn him all the way up just to show you anything. Because that's not who I want. I want this guy to be content with being quiet. Good boy, buddy.
I'm gonna stop and start.
And when I got here, let me just put him in this little round pen real quick. Hey, buddy. Come on through. I'm not even gonna close that. And this isn't all he's been doing. Good boy. I've got a little trail track set up there on the outside where I've been taking him through the trail track and all that stuff, sending him over the bridge, sending him over things, sending him through trash pile. Again, I'm working all these little things at the same time, watching what this horse can absorb, watching what he can't absorb, and not pushing beyond what his brain is going to be able to handle. It's not about trying to scare him into things, it's about trying to let him relax and going through things. So if I take him up to something and his head goes straight up in the air, I'm not going to force him into that position where I'm not going to stick his nose up to it and stand there swinging a rope at him and doing all kinds of stupid things like that. That's not what I'm trying to do to this guy. Because here's where my first ride is going to go on him. When I finally get to a saddle and I put a saddle on this guy, this is where I'm going to have my first ride. And this look, what you're looking at right here, is what I want to sit on when I get on this horse's back. That's who I'm gonna ride. And if it just means that at first I just get to go around this little pen with him and have him nice and relaxed and pick him up and ask him to step backwards for me, be able to swing myself around on him, rub him all over and do all that bullshit and keep this mindset, then that's all I'm gonna do when I get up on his back for the first few times. Then I'll open the damn gate up after I feel that he's really got it and he's really content with what's going on. Then I'll open the gate, ride him around, take him over the poles, take him over a couple other little obstacles, and just trying to build this horse right here. Because he was super sensitive. You'll see in that first video that we got. And again, that was just the first time I played with him. So I'm gonna change his direction. I'm gonna build a little energy. Because again, when I get on him the first time in here, I want to be able to trot him around. I don't necessarily need to run around this pen, but I'd like to trot him around. And if he trots for me like this, in everything we do, I'm golden. This guy is going to pick it up immediately. Very nice, buddy. Good boy. I'm going to pick up my hand a little bit. Ask for that hip. This is all stuff, good boy, that he's just starting to get. Okay. So that's real quick like and done. Again, I don't want to make this a 30-minute video. Now, I'm not doing this to scare him. I'm not doing this to do anything other than to show you the difference, right? This is building goodness. If I just come over here and we do something stupid like this, look at our horse. Look at our horse. Really? You're all right, buddy. So there's things that I still have to do with this guy. Come here, son, you're okay. Good boy. Yeah, what was that? That was scary, huh? So, what is that thing? That's just something in any arena you're ever going to go to, whether you're at the fairgrounds, and they may have them all torn down because they're afraid of people's horses reacting to a banner hanging on the thing like that. But goddamn, if they can't handle that, he has no business being at the freaking fairground, in my opinion, because he's gonna get somebody hurt, he's gonna get somebody killed, and it may not be the guy who's sitting on him. He may go run somebody else over. He may go and make another person's good horse turn into a shithead because he can't handle something as simple as a banner blowing in the wind on the fence, right? So those are the things that I'm trying to create, and I'm trying to build braveness in this guy. You're all right, buddy. That's pretty damn scary, ain't it? And that's the mindset that I'm trying to set. And if I can move this, if I can move at this pace that I'm going with him, I'm guessing by the end of the month, I'm probably going to be sitting on his back, going around that thing, maybe with something hanging on those panels there that aren't going to freak him out. And then we can go from there and build a nice mind on him. But again, it takes a little bit of, good boy, look at that drop of his nose already, the difference in when on the first time that I did that. And now down there, he's starting to soften up. You're not even grinding his teeth now. That's beautiful, buddy. But that's where I'm at, and that's what I've got going on with this guy. But as far as him being lame and stuff, I'm not picking any of that up. You can see on the video, you can watch his trot going around and that. But I like for all of that to go away. I like for him to understand everything is good, and for him to be good with everything that we're doing. That's very nice, mister. That's very nice, mister. And I want to be his friend. I don't want to be, I say that in that first one too. I don't want to be another turd on his list of people that had done things and forced him into positions and did things to him. I think this guy could be super if we take the time to get it done. And I don't know what you want to invest in him, what you want to do in him, but my goal is just to get him where he's safe and to a point to where maybe you can take over from there and continue on this softness training and the quiet training and that kind of stuff like that to get him to turn him into whatever you want him to be. But again, it has to start somewhere, and it's not going to start by me ramming and jamming on this guy. I think he's a nice horse. I think he's got tons to offer. He's pretty doggone athletic. He looks smooth. He's pretty doggone fast. When I turned him out, he just went running end to end like a doggone race, like he was in a race. I shut that down right away because I don't want him running around mentally out of control like that. I want him to be in mental control. Good boy, buddy. Let me see you down here. There you go. There's my buddy. Yeah. And see, I want him to be able to come down here without no tension. Let me see. Let me see. Here comes my tension. There you come. Good boy. And just that. All right, that's good. But anyways, have a great day, and we will talk to you later, and I'll keep you updated on the videos. But that's where he is. Taz is doing okay. He's still alive. He's not crippled up. He is trying to be a good, quiet boy. Good boy, buddy. Good.